They say time is money, but in this city, money moves faster than time. I was nursing a cold coffee in a stagnant case when the monitors started bleeding red. 2:32 p.m. The Dow was down 300 points. 5 minutes later, it was down 1,000. $1 trillion of wealth, poof, gone, like a ghost leaving a crime scene before the body even hits the floor. To a normal trader, it looked like a panic. To me, it looked like a hit. I didn't need a magnifying glass, I needed a debugger. My first stop wasn't the trading floor, it was the server farm in Jersey, the place where the high-frequency crowd keeps their silicon hitmen.
I had 3 suspects. None of them had a heartbeat, but all of them had a motive. Suspect 1, the loop, a market-making algorithm designed to provide liquidity, but when things got hot, it didn't stay to help. It got caught in a feedback loop, selling because it saw others selling, faster than a human could blink. It didn't start the fire, but it definitely poured the gasoline. Suspect 2, the spoofer, a shadowy figure in a hoodie. A guy across the pond named Sarao. He wasn't even on the floor. He was placing fake orders, spoofing the market to make it look like a tidal wave of selling was coming. He baited the trap, and the rest of the world walked right into it. Suspect 3, the big fund, a massive industrial gear. A $4.1 billion sell order triggered by a single automated program. It was a sledgehammer in a room full of glass. It hit the sell button and didn't look back. The investigation deepens. The question wasn't who did it. It was how they all danced together to create the perfect storm. I had to follow the stub quotes, those one-penny trades that proved the market had truly lost its mind. This is where the story gets frontier levels of cool. We're going to treat the algorithm like a suspect in a glass-walled room and then pull back the curtain to show the literal code that drives its behavior.
To understand the loop's panic, you have to look at the logic behind the fear. It's a simple loop, but when it's running 1,000 times a second, simple becomes lethal. Here's the fingerprint. The bot is constantly checking the order book depth. It's looking for a balance between buyers and sellers. But look at this line here. Now, the problem, a spoofer knows this code exists. They place massive fake orders, ask depth, they never intend to fill. The loop sees the 5-to-1 ratio, thinks the sky is falling, and hits the sell button. Once the loop sells, the price drops, which triggers the next bot's threshold. It's a digital domino effect where the code is the gravity.
Look, Loop, I've seen your logs. You dumped 10,000 E-mini S&P contracts in under 2 minutes. You didn't care about the price, you just wanted out. Why the rush?
Analysis, market depth decreasing, liquidity negative, parameters protect capital. I am not programmed to care, detective. I am programmed to survive the spread.
Survive? You didn't just survive. You triggered every other bot in the tri-state area to follow you off a cliff. You saw it spoof, a fake shadow, and you panicked. You turned a ripple into a tsunami.
I saw 20,000 sell orders at the bid. I reacted in 400 microseconds. If I had waited to think, I would have been obsolete. In my world, hesitation is insolvency.
The loop didn't mean to crash the world. It was just following its math. The real criminal is the one who knew exactly how that math would react to a lie. You can't stop a shark from biting, but you can build a better cage. If the loop was the predator, I needed to write the leash. I needed a script that could sense a flash crash before it hit terminal velocity, something to kill the power when the math stopped making sense. The logic is simple. Track the velocity of the price change. If the drop is too steep or the volume is too unnatural compared to the last hour, we pull the plug. We call it a volatility kill-switch. This script acts like a digital fuse. It doesn't care if the orders are real or spoofed. It only cares about the result. If the floor starts falling out, the fuse blows, the connection to the exchange is severed, and we live to trade another day. Now, the bots can scream all they want. My system won't be listening to the panic. Now, let's find the person who pulled the trigger in the first place. I traced the spoof packets back to their source. I expected a master criminal in a penthouse. What I found was a rusted server rack renting space by the hour in a forgotten data center. There was no human spoofer, just another script, slightly smarter than the rest, designed to sow chaos. I didn't need handcuffs. I just needed to sever the connection. The trillion-dollar ghost evaporated back into the silicon ether. The market stabilized. The suits on TV patted themselves on the back for weathering the storm, but they missed the point. We built these digital gods, the HTF bots, the AIs, the execution algorithms, to be faster than us, smarter than us. We wanted them to be perfect. But they aren't perfect. They're just mirrors. They reflect our panic, our greed, and our fear, amplified 1 billion times a second. We can build safety switches, sure, but as long as humans are writing the ultimate prompts, the machines will always be vulnerable to the oldest sins. I was about to close the file when I saw it, a timestamp buried in the spoofer's exit logs. The crash, the panic, the $1 trillion vanishing and reoccurring. It wasn't about money. It was noise, a global distraction designed to overwhelm the network security of a single secure facility. While the world was watching the Dow burn, someone snuck out the back door with something worth a hell of a lot more than money. The case isn't closed. It just got a whole lot more dangerous.